The Great Gate of Aethelgard loomed before me, a monument of glass and starlight. For a novice weaver like me, this was the edge of the world. My name is Candy and today is my first day at Aethelgard. My pulse was a frantic drumbeat against my ribs. I had fought through the harshest sectors for this scholarship. I had to focus on the archives, not on the wonders of the station. I wasn't alone in my fear, but I felt solitary. A whole new vibe. Would I find allies here, or just ghosts in the machine? The conservatory breathed. It was peaceful here, even with the hum of the engines. I could hear the rustle of the silicon leaves and the whisper of the stream. I saw a scout drone, a squirrel in a tactical hoodie. It was so absurd I forgot where I was for a heartbeat. 2 seconds. I blinked, and the place where lots of people once stood was now empty. My group was gone. I was lost in the heart of the machine. Then, I heard a sweet manly voice. I turned, and time didn't just slow down, it froze. He looked like he'd been synthesized from a dream. I felt like I was floating. Which I was, because I was about to black out right there on the deck. His arm was steady, catching me before the floor could. For a second, my heart, my very soul, stopped beating. He smiled, and I swear the station's sun reactors flared just to make him look even more divine. My brain was struggling to keep up. I couldn't even form a basic sentence. I was just lost. In more ways than one. He asked me if I was lost, and when I could finally answer, I said yes. He told me to follow him, that he'll help me, and I followed him like a stray drone. Was this real? A pilot helping a novice archivist? Is this destiny? He handed me a piece of luck, a Lum-Shard for my first day. To him, a trifle. To me, a diamond from the stars. I wouldn't use it. I'd keep it forever. My sacred relic. But before I could even ask his name, he was gone. The ceremony ended, and reality set in. I was a student now, but my mind was still back at the Great Spire. My seatmate looked like she wanted to harvest my organs for spare parts. That glare was cold enough to freeze a reactor. Did I sit in her spot? Did I breathe her air? Her silence was louder than a sonic boom. By the mid-cycle break, I was on the verge of a system crash. I just wanted to disappear into the data stream, then, the Predator arrived. She didn't ask. She just claimed the space next to me. Don't mind the eye, Vesper said. It's just my resting witch circuit recalibrating. My fear evaporated into a laugh. Just like that, the glitch was fixed. I'd won the friend lottery. In a world of cold tech, I found a warm heart. Vesper was a hunter. She saw the station as a buffet of hot nerds and elite pilots. Me? I only had eyes for one ghost. I told her about my angel and the pilot's jacket. The shard he gave me. The way the stars seemed to follow him. She didn't just listen, she went into full tactical mode. Girl, she screamed, we are hunting him down. Vesper brought in the elite. Cassia, a literal princess of the high spires. I thought she'd laugh at my amateur crush. Instead, she joined the hunt. Every walk became a stakeout. We were scanning buildings and parks like we were looking for a top fugitive. We saw a blue jacket. Vesper shoved me forward. But when he turned, he wasn't an angel. He was a delusional lobster cracker. Vesper was ready to go full berserk when he mocked us. I had to drag her away before she dismantled him for spare parts. The pressure was mounting. If I didn't pass Master Magnus' history trials, I'd be sent back to the surface sectors. Vesper was relentless. She didn't care about ancient history, she wanted to find my space angel. Vesper asked me to draw a rough sketch of my space angel. I'm an archivist, not a visual weaver. My sketch looked less like a hero and more like a malfunctioning circuit board. Master Magnus. They say he's been teaching since the first star engines were ignited. He doesn't like distractions. I was still sketching my space angel when Master Magnus walked up to me. He said, "You think my lecture on the Solar Wars is a comedy show, novice?" His voice sounded like grinding stones. He didn't just lecture, he demonstrated. He was built like a tank and twice as dangerous. He told me to get off my seat and he comfortably carried it to serve as a warning to others. Vesper and I didn't speak for the rest of the cycle. I think I forgot how to breathe for 20 minutes. Days passed. No sign of him. I started spending my cycles in the library, the neutral zone where all sectors meet. I pulled out a scroll and I froze. My world stopped. There he was. Not a dream, not a ghost. Trevor, my space angel. I didn't say hello. I didn't wave. I hid behind a data stack like it was a cloaking device. Did he see me? I whispered. I could hear my own heart echoing in the silence of the archives. He was gone. Again. It was a relief, but it was the most disappointing moment of my life. The next morning, the universe decided to be kind. He was close to me, just a few steps behind. I tried to act normal, but I ended up walking like a limping maintenance bot. Every step was a pure, beautiful torture. Vesper dragged me to the pilot wing. We were officially stalkers now. Or, dedicated researchers, as she liked to call it. Vesper went to the refresher station. I needed caffeine to keep my systems from crashing. He suddenly appeared like a ghost behind me. You go first, he said. His voice was like a low-frequency hum that vibrated in my chest. My courage bailed on me. I was a weaver with no thread. I just stood there until he disappeared down the hall. While I was failing at basic social interaction, Vesper was having a rom-com moment with her own mystery man. I finally caught him. On digital film, at least. A snapshot of my heart in the background of a fake selfie. When I showed her the snapshot, the mood didn't just drop, it plummeted into the void. Vesper left without saying a word, and she took the warmth of the station with her. I spent the night obsessing over that one frame of data. He was the last thing I saw before I drifted into the sleep cycle. Vesper didn't show up for the next few days. She said her circuits were overheating, but her replies were short, cold, and distant, unlike her. That was when the truth hit me like a freight train. We weren't just friends, we were rivals for the same heart, or so I thought. Cassia found me. She told me that Vesper was in the restoration bay. Sick enough to be locked in a stasis pod. I skipped my last weaving trial. I had to see her. Friendship had to come before the ghost of a crush. The air in the bay tasted like ozone and copper. I reached her door, my visitation chip trembling in my hand. The sight that welcomed me shattered my world. My Mr. Nice Guy was there, at her bedside. My secret love was hers all along. I needed to be anywhere but there. The pain in my chest was a corruption I couldn't purge. Sorry, I whispered, but I was already gone. I was a ghost in my own life. I ignored her texts. Especially the one asking why I'd run. How do you explain a broken heart you didn't even know you had? The cycle reset. I went to school early, nursing a heart that felt as heavy as lead. I wasn't ready to face the music. She was there. Standing like a sentinel. I have something to confess, she said. Please don't be mad. I tried to bow out gracefully. I wanted her to be happy, even if it meant my own systems failing. She didn't explain. She just dialed a code. Within minutes, the most unexpected person arrived, out of breath and worried. Why are you crying? He asked me. He looked like he'd flown across the sector just to hear my answer. The word of brother echoed like a chime in the cathedral. My rival wasn't a rival. She was the gatekeeper. I'd told her everything. And she'd been sitting on the biggest secret in the conservatory. I was so deep in the fantasy I missed the reality right in front of me. She was the ultimate wing woman. She once caught him scrolling through my data profile. He'd known who I was the whole time. She left us there, alone in the heart of the machine. The silence was louder than the engines. He finally spoke. Sorry about my sister, he said. She can be intense. I laughed lightly. We found the quietest place in Aethelgard. The silence wasn't scary anymore. It was a bridge. I don't know how to do this, he admitted. This romance thing. I've only ever known flight paths and engenes. A hero who didn't know how to be a hero. He was just as lost as I was. Me too, I whispered. This is my first time. Two novices in the most ancient art of all. It was perfect. You're just too cute, he said. I felt like an ice cream cone melting in the sunstar. Is it okay if I hold your hand? He asked. I couldn't breathe. I just nodded. His hand was warm. Steady. like he was anchoring me to the world. He smiled. We had all the time in the universe. He invited me on a date. A real date. My first step into a much larger world. Everything felt sweeter. Sweeter than candy, more vibrant than the data streams. The fear was gone. The archives were full. My story was just beginning. One date down. 1,000 more to come. Aethelgard was no longer a station. It was home.